and welcome to another lesson with me. What we're going to do today is the whole body. Last lesson we learned how to draw some more hairstyles, different expressions, the hands and the legs and feet. Today we're going to be mixing all those together to create the whole human body. I'd like you to get your piece of paper in portrait mode. We're usually having it in landscape, but I need you to turn it to portrait today because we're drawing the whole length of a human figure. Once you've done that, you'll need a pencil and a pen if you'd like, but if you've just got a pencil, that is fine. Okay, I'm going to be drawing with a combination of pencil and pen today. Okay, let's begin. For the standing human body, we start with the face. Quentin Blake always starts with the expression and then builds the face around it. So that's what we're going to start off with today. Now, when you're drawing the face, because we're drawing the whole length of this human figure, we need the head to be near the top of the page. So you don't want to do a really big face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it fairly center of the page and relatively near the top. And I'm going to do a nose first. I'm just going to do a U nose, not that big. Then I'm going to do two dot eyes near the top of the nose. And then I'm going to do quite a wide smile. Okay. Then I'm going to draw my head, and I'm going to have quite a squashed orange shaped head, or Satsuma shaped head. Like that. So can you see it's not taking up a lot of the page? Then I'm going to draw my two ears. And then the hair I'm going to do is going to be actually some curls. So for curls, you can keep it really loose and just draw some sorts of curly lines. They can go up, down, and draw some curly hair. It can be as big as you want. And there's a few curls underneath the ear as well. Okay, so we've got some curly hair. All right, now I'm going to draw the neck, which I'm going to do quite a wide neck because it's quite a wide face. So my neck. All right, so you've got the first part of your figure. Now, what I'd like you to look at is actually the size of the head. Now, the size of the head for mine is about this big. Yours may look different. And roughly, your body will be about 7 to 8 heads long. So shall we have a look? You can do yours at the same time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's about 4 lengths. And this will tell about 4 head lengths is roughly how long the torso will be, roughly. So my torso will end around here. And then similarly, the whole length from the head to the torso will be roughly your leg length. So let's see if that works. Yep, that works. So I know that my legs will end about here. So it should be about 8 head lengths in all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all. Maybe I'll make my legs a little bit longer. But roughly, it doesn't matter. It should just be around 7 to 8 head lengths. And it should also roughly be that your head to your torso, the end of your torso, is half your human body. And the torso to the feet is the rest of it. That's just your rough guide. Now, because Quentin Blake is really illustrative, it doesn't matter if you don't get it completely right, but that should give you a rough idea about how to get your bodies into proportion. Okay, so first of all, we'll do the shoulders. The shoulders are going to be wider than the head. So we'll just do a straight line and we'll make it slightly wider than the head. Then we know where our torso is going to end, so I'm going to draw another line, and then I'm going to do a rough shape to join the two together. Okay, so that's your torso. Then for the legs are going to also be as wide as the hips, but this may be like a little t-shirt, so maybe it will overhang slightly, so I'll have my legs coming in a little bit, and I'm just going to go straight down to roughly where I've put that pencil mark, and straight down again. Again, you can make it really wonky, the lines, it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. And then in the center, I'm going to join it up with kind of where the nose is. That's where my legs are going to part, and they're not going to part all the way up here, they're going to part a little bit way down, and I'm going to have my first line and then my second line. Okay, then I'm going to do my feet, and my feet are just going to be as we did yesterday, really, or whenever you watch this, whenever you watch part A. We're going to do really simple shape where it's just a big point down and around, and a big point down and around, like that. When you come to your arms are quite long, and my hands are going to be splayed out with those big 5 triangles, and the arms are going to be slightly away from the body. So I'm going to do a round, small round line to hint at the shoulder, and then I'm going to go down and away from the body and end it around here because the arms are outstretching. Then I'm going to take another line, again make it quite round, and then the arm's going to get a bit wider, and I've got my basic arm shape, and then I'll do my 5 triangles for the fingers, very quick hands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to do it on the other side. So again, a rounded line to get the shoulder. Then I'm going to bring it down, roughly in line with the other hand. Mine's gone a bit longer. And then you don't have to do the 2 lines first. You could do 1 line and then the hand, and then join it up, which I may do for this one. So 1 line and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then join it up. I think this way was easier. I would do 2 lines and then 5. And that actually gives you your basic role of Quentin Blake style character. So that's just a normal standing figure. Now we're going to move on to a figure who is moving. So we're going to show movement. For this, you may want to pause the video and get another sheet of paper, or alternatively, you may just want to turn your sheet of paper around. Right. So, figure number 2. Again, we're going to start with the head. Now, last time we started with the expression and then we drew the face shape around it. We're going to do it differently today. We're going to now do it where we draw the face outline. So my face outline is going to not now be in the center. I'm going to move it slightly towards the left-hand side of the page, not all the way over, but I'm going to draw it around here. And I'm going to do a shape that looks maybe a bit like a 50p or a 20p shape. Let's see, so I think I'll do 1 line and then 2 and 3. Again, not making the face too big. And then I'm going to repeat that, so I'm making a hexagon sort of shape with 6 sides. Okay. So that's sort of my face shape. And the reason why I drew the face outline first is because I want my nose to come down from that top line. And I want my 2 eyes to be roughly in the middle of that nose, And then I'd want my ears to be at the 2 points of the hexagon there and there. And then I want my smile to go roughly from below, just below the ears. And it's going to go and be like a semicircle and all the way up to that other side. Okay. For the hair, I want to have really high hair. So I'm going to go 1 high, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I may do a couple of rounded ones like that. Okay, so that's my person. Now for the neck, I'm going to ask you to do it not straight down. We want to have a slight curve because our body is going to be about to jump up. So I'm going to go 1 and 2 for my neck there. Right, now I'm going to get my pencil. You may want to do the same thing. The movement of our body is going to be going this direction. So I'm going to draw kind of a banana semicircle shape. So I'm going to start from the head and then I'm going to do a curve which is going like that to show me the rough movement of the body, which will be going in this direction. So let's have a look. We've got roughly here. Now we've got our head, and we still want our body to roughly be about 7 to 8 head lengths. So shall we roughly see that with yours? So get your 2 fingers, put them either side and go, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So roughly my body, the torso will be about here. And then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's roughly about right for mine. And you can just check it out by going, right, the head down to the torso should be the same length as the torso down to the feet. So let's see. 1, so that's 1. And let's see if it's roughly half. Yeah, mine's roughly half. Remember to pause the video at any point to help you out with this. Right, now what you're going to do is you're now going to draw the torso again. So the torso isn't going to be straight, it's going to be curving in this way. So I'm going to draw the torso, remember the shoulders are going to be wider than the head. So slightly wider than the head, and mine are going to go like that. Then the line of the body going down, and the other line of the body going down. And then I'm going to draw a line where the torso ends. And then my shorts, this character's going to be wearing shorts, is not going to go all the way halfway down because they'll be quite long shorts. They're going to be a bit shorter around here. So my shorts are going to go and follow the line roughly as well. And I'm going to go up, down, can you see they're both the lines of the body are following a similar angle. So the whole movement of the body is going in this direction. Right, now I've done the torso and the shorts, we're going to do the legs. So when you're doing shorts, the legs aren't going to be as wide as the shorts. They're going to be slightly inside. So I'm going to draw the first line going slightly inside of this inner short part. So I'm going to go down following that line and stop about here. And then I'm going to, again, the legs are skinnier than the shorts are, so bring it in, don't do it all the way over there. And I'm going to go down. Now, before I do the feet, what I'd like you to do is actually draw a line about here, because that's going to be the floor. And what I'm going to have is my character on his tiptoes. So I'm going to go straight down, a point, and have it looking like it's on its tiptoes, like that. Okay, for this leg, I want this leg to be shooting up. So this carrot's going to be a bit out of balance. And to do that, get your pencil, and I want you to do a big tick. So the leg's going to start just inside of the short. You're going to go big tick. So you're going to go down, and then you're going to go up to around this length. So not all the way up, because that would be a really long leg, but higher than the short line. Then you're going to do a straight, so it's sort of a tick with a big flick, a straight line, and then you're going to match it. So you're going to go down, roughly the same line as this length. So, sorry, roughly the same width as this leg. Not too much, I think mine's a bit too wide. Down, and then you're following the flick. And then you're going to do your foot with that rounded line there. I'm going to go back over mine in pen. So now I've got my foot springing up. Now, this character looks like he's trying to balance. So I think if I was trying to balance, I'd have my arm outstretched. So again, do that rounded line for the shoulder, and then I'm going to go and take my arm really wide. I'm going to bring it up, bring it up, bring it up all the way to roughly where the foot is. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to join it together for my outstretched arm. Now, like me, you may want to do an outstretched arm on this side, but I've run out of room. So I can now choose the direction of my arm. If you do have more space than I do, you could draw a wider arm going this way off the page, or you may want to do it going up. With me, I've only got really room to go and draw it down. So I'm going to do my shoulder, that rounded bit of the shoulder, go down to roughly the short line. Then I'm going to draw it come down, and then I'm going to do my hands 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So mine looks a bit like that, and then I can rub out my pencil markings. Rubbing them out quickly, so it's smudged a bit, but that will be my character roughly about to look like it's jumping, about to start to jump. Obviously it hasn't left the floor yet, but it looks like it may. It's either out of balance or about to jump up. But you may want to draw your arms at different. So for example, if I quickly draw lots of arms, I quite like that because it looks like my character's arm is moving really, really quickly, trying to keep balance. So you can always draw a few more arms to make it look like it's sort of the character's arm is flapping around. So hopefully in this tutorial you would have learned how to draw a Quentin Blake style character roughly in proportion. Again, Quentin Blake does this really scribbly fast style, so it doesn't have to be perfectly proportioned. You don't always have to make sure that you're getting the right amount of head length, but it gives you a good sense of what sort of size your body should be. And as you can see, movement with Quentin Blake's figures are really easy. You just need to make sure you have your line of movement and then draw every part of the body following that sort of line. Or for example, with the legs, you did a tick and with the arms you had them nicely outstretched. So yes, I hope you enjoyed how to draw a human body in the style of Quentin Blake, and maybe have some more goes at drawing bodies in different angles and different positions. Maybe draw a body which is jumping up. Yes, so I can't wait to see what you get up to. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.